Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about inner joins. Alright, so inner joins is basically a kind of join in which you join two tables based on certain common fields. Okay, these keys should be like of the same data type and also preferably of the same data type and also the same length. So let me show you how we can actually. I'll go to my the dictionary and I'll provide the SCAR table first. Okay, so this is a table which has airline details. Okay, so this table has a field called car id. Just observe this field called car id, and I'll also open up another table with which I'll be going to join this SCAR table, which is my SPFLI table. All right, so I'll be joining the SCAR table with this SPFLI table. This table contains the flight schedule details. Okay, so here also I have car id. Okay, in my earlier table, SCAR table, also I have a car id field, and in my SPFLI table also I have a car id field, which is a key field here. So I can basically join with this these two fields. Okay, these are the common fields. Based on these two fields from both the tables, I'm going to make a join, inner join. So let us see what is the output in the SCAR table. Okay, the SCAR table basically has 18 entries here in this case, and what I'll do is I'll take all these fields from car id fields from here. All right, and I will go to my next table, SPFLI table, and I'm going to check as to what are the number of entries here. Okay, there are 26 entries based on my input. So the input I have provided car id from my SCAR table. SCAR table car id, I have provided it in my SPFLI car id. Okay, so this actually gives me a list of 26 records. Okay, so this is basically what I'm going to achieve with my inner join. Let me show you what exactly is going to happen in case of inner join programmatically, how we can actually do an inner join. So before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would request you to subscribe to my channel for more updates, and I'll be making more and more videos in the upcoming days. So please stay tuned, and yes, let's begin. So the way I select is I use my select statement, and I'm going to provide the fields which I want from both the tables. Okay, from SCAR maybe I want car id and car name. Okay, not car id, I think, yeah, maybe. Okay, I just want car name from my SCAR table, and from my SPFLI table, let me check what fields I want. I want con id. Yeah, okay, I want car id and con id maybe. Okay, I'll take car id, con id. Okay, I will then say from which field, from which table, I'll say SCAR. Okay, this is my first table, so I'll give an alias like this. Okay, so let us consider SCAR as A. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll do inner join SPFLI as B. Just to this, I'm going to do an inline declaration here, so I'll be providing commas, the field separated by commas here. From SCAR as A, inner join SPFLI as B. So this is the keyword for doing an inner join, which is inner join itself. Okay, so these are the two tables which I was just showing you before from the data dictionary level. Okay, and then what I need to provide is I want to provide the condition. So I have to provide on what fields do I need to do this join. So in this case it is car id basically, right? So car id is the common field between the two tables. So I'll be joining on car id. On, I'll say B car id, okay, equals A car id. So we have to tell the system, we have to tell the compiler as to what are the fields. Okay, what are the fields common between the two tables. So in this condition, in this case, between the two tables, I have only one field which is common, so I'm providing that particular field here. Okay, if you have more fields common, you can provide that also. Okay, and then I will provide this my inline declaration here into table @data. I'll say IT_final maybe, and then what I'll do is CLDemo output display IT_final. So this is basically now if I check the syntax, I'll get an error. it says this char ID is ambiguous. Why is it saying char ID is ambiguous? Because it is there in both the tables. SCAR has char ID, SPFLI also has char ID. So it is saying it is not sure if which char ID you are talking about. So for that, I will have to provide the from which table I want this char ID. So if I say B, I can provide it as B char ID here. And also it's better always to provide from which table you want what field. So I'll say from A table, which is SCAR table, I want char name. From B table, I want these two fields. B is SPFLI, I want these two fields. So let me check the syntax now, syntactically correct, activate. And then if I execute, you'll get the output, okay, with char name, char ID and con ID. So let us see in the debug mode. What are the number of entries you're getting for this inside this final table? If I see IT underscore final, you can see all these like the fields are coming up. And as we observed from the SPFLI table, with those conditions, we are getting 26 entries. Here also we are getting those many number of entries, 26 entries. Okay. So here if you observe, there will be an interesting thing which you can note, which is, let us see from the table level. So SCAR basically has, you know, all these fields. See, AA is there, AB is there, AC is there. So let us go and check in SPFLI what is the output. So AA is there. Do you find AB here? AB is not there from SPFLI table. Okay. So basically in the output you will not find Air Berlin. Okay, so that is the thing about this inner join. Okay, so whatever field is there common between the two tables. Okay, suppose char ID AA is there in both the tables. Only then an entry is inserted in the final table. Okay, if char ID AA is there, for example, if char ID AA is there in both SCAR and SPFLI table, only then a row is inserted in the final table. Okay, in this case, AB is not there in my second table. Let me go and check once again. Okay, I'll check for AB here. Let me check for AB, Air Berlin. So in SPFLI, you will see that it doesn't have any entry. Okay, so because of which, but it is there in SPFLI. If you observe, this field is there in SCAR, but it is not there in SPFLI. So because of which you don't find that entry in the final table. So that is about inner joins. Okay, inner join only takes care of the values which are common in both the tables based on the key fields. Okay, so in this case AB is not there in SPFLI, so AB value will not be updated in the final table. It is discarded. That value is discarded from the final table. But this is not the case with left outer join. I'll show you in the next maybe next video where you can actually find a big difference between the two kinds of joins. All right. So I'll put an F8 here. So you'll find the only the values which are common based on if char ID is not there in the second table. Okay, if the char ID is not there in the second table, that value is discarded. Right, that is what you just saw now. I just explained you at the database level also what is happening. So I think you would have got a clear understanding of how this inner join between two tables is working. Now what I'll do is I'll also try to bring in another table, okay, which will be my third table, which is called S-flight table. Okay, let me talk about S-flight table. And what I'll do is I am going to take these values from here. Okay, I have to join once again. I guess I'll just try to. No, I'll copy from SCAR. I'll go to, you know, the SPFLI. I'll paste it here. And this output, what I'll do is I'll copy these values, char ID values. I'll go to S-flight table. I'll paste it here, go back to my SPFLI, take the con ID and paste it in the con ID field. Why am I doing this? Because between S-flight and SPFLI, okay, between S-flight and SPFLI, you will find two fields in common, which is char ID and con ID. Okay, So char ID and con ID fields are there in both the tables. So that is why I'm doing number of entries. Let me see, 354 entries are there between the two tables. Okay. So I am looking for a join like this in my, like I want to do it programmatically, how I can do the join. Okay. So 354 entries I should get in my final output table. So what I'll do is I will actually provide a bracket here. Okay. First join, what I'll do is I'll put a bracket for the first inner join. So, and I'll put a close the bracket here, and then I will do an inner join with my third table, which is my S flight table. S flight, okay, as C. Okay, so this is my third table which I'm going to insert in this inner join condition. Okay, and what is the on condition? On between the two tables, what do you find? Between the two tables, I'll just go to the table level. I'll just remove all this. So between the two tables, you can see in S flight table, you'll find char ID, con ID. Okay, and even in SPFLI, you will find char ID and con ID. So these are the two fields which are common in both the tables. So I'll provide on condition with both the fields. I'll say char ID equal to B char ID maybe, and which is the second condition. It is the second field, which is the con ID field. C con ID equal to B con ID. Okay, then I'll try to close this brackets also. So this bracket will be for this one, and this inner one is joined here actually, right? So and then I'm again doing an into table IT final. That is not changed. So I'll actually choose one more field from my final table, which is one more field from my which one? S flight table, which will be FL date. Okay, I'll put a comma here. Okay, why did I choose FL date? Because that field is there in my third table, S flight. You can see FL date. You can insert any number of fields, whatever you want. That is up to you. So you can just check that actually, right? So if I check the syntax now, it's syntactically correct. Activate the program. And then what I'll do is I'll go to the debugger and let us check what is happening here. And yes, I will press F5. And what is there in IT final? You'll find 354 entries, which we saw earlier. So these entries you have seen in the dictionary level of 354 entries. Those many entries are coming up. And here also you will not find A, B and all that, because that entry is not there in SPFLI. So this is the way we can join three tables now, right? You have seen how to join the three tables. And if you don't have this IT final, if you don't have the structure, like if you don't want to declare the final table as inline declaration, you can always make use of the types, and you can just create the structure like this. I'll just show you that also. I'll say maybe FL date type. I'll just choose the third field, okay, which is from the third. I'll just do a different kind of ordering here. So I will provide S flight FL date, and then I'll provide char name type S char name. Then what the char ID type SPFLI char ID, and also con ID type SPFLI con ID. Okay, so I'm providing four fields in a different order actually here. The selection order is different, and so my field orders are different. Okay, so I'll declare this IT underscore final here, type table of TY underscore final. And then I don't need this inline declaration now. What I'll do, how I can declare is using this. Okay, at the rate. I don't need a data, because data I've already declared here. So I just want to provide the escape operator and the table name. Okay, and here you have to make sure you can also add corresponding fields of table, because you can see the selection order is different from the order of fields in this structure. So if you need to move it in a proper way, if the movement of the fields have to be, the values inside the fields have to be proper, then you have to make sure you have to use this corresponding fields of table addition. Check the syntax, activate the program. Okay, and if I execute, okay, F6. Again, you will find the same number of entries, 354 here. okay, with all this. So if you want to order by any different fields, you can also do that. Okay, you can also order by some fields here. I'll say order by, what is that, any field, whichever you want. I can say care name. Okay, so all the data belonging to A will be coming first. Okay, so you can see here all the fields coming are coming with A first, and then L first, L M A M, and then D, like that. So if you want, you can do any kind of, you can add one more field here, any a second field here, maybe care ID or something. Okay, so it's up to you. You can do any kind of operation you want. And here one more thing, you can also add another condition which is not belonging to the fields condition. You can add one more in any kind of other operations also, like for example, if you want city from, okay, in the B table, in SPFLI table, you will find city from, right? You can provide some table names like this also, like not the table names, some values like this also. Okay, you can actually, you might get it from the input parameter or something, so you can assign that here. Like, you don't necessarily need to be you have to have a join, and other than the join condition, which is the between the fields of the tables, you can also enter any other kind of random like assignment for the fields like this. Okay, you can also do that, and you can check. Let us activate this. Okay, execute. So here you will find the tables like for Tokyo city from, what is the output, you will get that. Okay, so when the city from is Tokyo, you will only find those values actually. Okay, so here we have some 26 entries, because this is the carrier names for the flights which is starting from Tokyo. Okay, so these kind of operations you can. Now let us see another variation of this inner join. Okay, so the statement, I'll just slightly change the statement. Okay, for that I will also remove all this, and I'll try to create a new select inner join. Okay, let us see how I will be doing it. So I'll say select, and then I'll provide my first table. I'll provide it as scar. I'll say as A. Okay, and then I'll say inner join SPFLI as B. Okay, on what is the condition? On B care ID, on B care ID equals A care ID, and then here I'll provide the fields which I want. Okay, in the earlier case we were specifying the fields with comma separated values here just after select, but now I'm just trying to use another syntax. Using fields, I'll be providing the field names here. I'll say fields, and then I'll provide A care name, comma, and then I'll provide B care ID, and then I'll also provide from B, I'll provide con ID. Okay, then I will provide my final internal table into @data itab. Okay, so I've just simplified the kind of select statement, for the inner join. I've just tried to add this keyword with fields. I'm providing all the field names which I'm looking for. I think maybe this is a better choice. For some people will find this as an easier way, but that depends on your interest. Yeah, so you have to provide into table also, because it's an internal table to which I'm actually going to put the values into, and then I'll provide this CL demo output and display. Okay, and activate. I'll just show you in the debug mode what is the value in itab. So we can see 26 values. We had seen this before also when we are joining the two tables. Okay, so and in the itab you'll find the entries. Okay, so yes, so and one more variation, I can just show you one more thing here. So if I don't want to, if I want all the fields from my SPFLI table, what I'll do is I'll just try to remove this, because maybe the output will not. So here what I'll do is I'll say B and the tilde sign and then star. So this means I'm going to fetch all the values, all the fields basically all the fields from the SPFLI table. Okay, activate. Okay, I'll put a breakpoint here. Activate. So now in iTab you can see it will be a different structure here. Actually, you can see there's a flat structure coming up. Okay, so this structure will basically contain all the fields from the SPFLI table. Okay, so it is becoming like a structure here. It is storing the field as a structure, actually each field as a structure here. So you can see for the American Airlines you will find 2 entries, and for these 2 entries you will find the values AA017 and you will find 064 also. See here, the second entry comes with 064. So this is what will happen if you try to fetch it with B tilde sign and then the star. Okay, so you'll get all the fields from that table actually. All right, from the second table. You can also do that with the earlier case which I was doing. Like you can also do it like this from here. Okay, that is also possible. So from the earlier case which we were doing earlier, so that from in that case also we can actually use this kind of notation to fetch all the fields from the tables with the help of inner joins. Okay, so today what we have seen is inner joins between 2 tables, 3 tables, and also we have also seen the addition of corresponding fields of table and also order by. So I'll be coming up with the left outer join maybe in the next session. So stay tuned to this channel, and if you like this video, please do subscribe, share, comment, and also give a thumbs up. Thank you. Thanks for watching.